Okay, I'm going to do a quick video here. My battery's ready to die, but I'm so emotional about this that I have to do this video right now. So Rick did come in and he posted this video right here regarding Smoka, the frame of overstatement to Michael Oziak. Okay. I'm still watching the video, Rick. I just turned it on, and I've already, I've got tears in my eyes right now. You see it all. Rick, anybody coming to these videos, Rick sees it all. If you go to this video regarding Smoka, the frame of overstatement, to Michael Oziak, thank you, Rick, aka, I don't know, CONTE, but anyways, you come to this video and watch Rick. He's better than I am at this. He's better at identifying the imagery. He doesn't need the filter. He's going right in on the fucking imagery. He's pointing out everything. You can clearly see everything that he's pointing at. So maybe I'm not even probably going to use the filters. I'm probably just going to turn my brightness down a little bit on my camera. If he's able to see all this, then yeah, I was waiting for somebody to do this. I literally have tears in my eyes. I turned the camera around, but yeah, he sees it all. He sees everything that I'm showing him. We're going to have to conversate, Rick, about a lot of this stuff. Like I said, I don't want to do it on a personal level. What you're doing right here in this fucking video that I'm watching to the left of my body, I got your video over here rolling. And I can see that you're about to go into the moon as well. So if you do the same thing in the moon that you're doing right now in the clouds, I see everything that you're pointing at. Everything that you're pointing at in this video, I can see it. And everybody else can too, believe me. They can all see it too. They're fucking liars when they tell you that they can't. They're fucking liars. This is wonderful, Rick, because now I can hear your voice. I know who you are. I see the sincerity. I can see what you're pointing at in this video. So I can see all the imagery, everything that you're pointing at, even though you might not be able to in the video I'm doing right now, because as I explained, when you do video over video over video, you lose clarity. But I can see it. I can see it in my screen, watching your video right now with my eyes. I see everything that you're pointing at and what you're going for. I'm going to try to get up to where the body imagery was. Oh, look at it all. Look at it all. Yeah. It's unfucking believable. So this is great. Rick, you're going to have to probably take over this whole fucking thing so you can take it down any road you want. I'll be your subscriber now, because what I'm coming in here to also let you know is that I am being shut down now for good, because when I go to my creator studio, right, they're getting ready for it, they're setting up for it, whatever. So I go to the creative studio, I go to video manager, and I know I'm not supposed to be showing these bars up above or whatever. And then it says you're legally required to comply with Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA, and or other laws. You're, again, more fucking laws. Everything, you got laws for everything. You're required to tell us if your videos are made for kids. Use the new YouTube Studio, learn more. So it says right here, go to the YouTube Studio. I'm going to do this in front of you guys so you know what I'm talking about. And then it'll say, we're a little out of sync. Unfortunately, you need to go to the web browser to try to use one of these. Now, I already have Google Chrome on my, and I guess I could try it through Firefox, but they're going to tell me the same thing. All these are going to tell me the same thing. They don't work with Windows XP. They want me to do computer upgrades. My computer's too old to even... they're not going to accept XP, 7, 8, none of those. Anything that my old-ass computer would be able to upgrade to will not work, right? So, so then it says download Chrome, which I've already got Chrome on my computer as it is. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit on here, and then it's going to tell me that it's not able to update. So, back to Rick's channel. So my channel is going to be all done. I might be able to upload videos from these cell phones, because these cell phones are new and modern, and I've got ability to do that. This video that you made, Rick, is fucking awesome. This is fucking banging, man. This is great video. Not so the imagery as well, but for listening to you talk, listening to you explain what you're seeing, this is unfucking believable to me. I've been waiting so long for this. You can hear the sincerity in your voice. I know you're a real person. This is what I was begging you to do, and I'm so fucking glad. Thank you, Rick, for doing this for me. Because I'm seriously, man, I'm fucking very emotional right now about this. This is fucking unbelievable. So I'm watching you now to my left screen over here, spin the moon around and point out a bunch of imagery in the moon. You got it, Rick. You fucking got it. But you're going to have to take over the channel because I'm going to get shut down now. So what I was also going to tell you, I got too many volumes going here. Let me turn this one down. Because I'm listening to you talk on this other one as well as you're going through the moon. Rick, I'm going to show you on the moon. If you'll see much more if you angle that moon. If you get that moon, I'm going to show you this afternoon. I'll try to get a couple videos in before I actually get shut down. But what I was also going to say is I went to see how you got the. Matter of fact, I'll show you right now. Hold on a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is you're holding the moon like this, straight on the camera, and that's great. You will be able to get stuff. Distances is also going to make a difference. Now this, I'm not even set up for this. I'm doing it kind of like you. I just got my computer light that I'm using with your video on there. Great fucking video, by the way. You're holding it flat like this. That's fine. Go ahead and do that. But what I'm telling you is for clarity and everything like that. And you're also looking at it with your eyes. You're looking at it directly with your eyes. What I'm going to suggest you do before you even do that is look at it through the camera like I'm doing right now as I'm looking at it. I believe you're looking at it with your eyes more than you are the camera. You're like looking past the camera to look at it. You'll see it more clearly with the camera for the time being. And then after that, I let your eyes just... Now watch. I'm holding it straight right now, straight at you, right? I'm watching to my left of my screen to see if you end up turning it or not. Oh, yeah, here you go. You are starting to angle it a little bit. Because what I was going to tell you is go like this. Go like this with it. And then come right up to the fucking camera with it. And then start looking in. And watch how much more crisp and clear the imagery it gets. And watch how you're able to see it more. See more of it. You'll see more of the imagery and you'll see it more crisp and clear. See how I'm turning this very slowly, but it's flat. I went from this to this. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm bringing it at the camera like this. And watch what happens. Look at the fucking details. Hold it right in your hands. I mean, you're pointing at shit and everything like that. And what's happening is you and I will be able to see everything that you're pointing at because I can see what you're pointing at, but no one else is going to get to see it as good as you and I. You're obviously got it. You got it. You're able to see all this. But turn this sideways like this, right? And watch the difference. Look at the fucking detail. Like, for example, take this image here, this full image here. Image within image. Every little fucking turn. Lights and shadows, brother. Lights and shadows. Look. And then what you do is, as you want to get the stuff that's over on this side of the moon, and you're bringing this end right up to your camera, because it's on paper, go like this. Just see what I'm doing? I'm just folding my paper like this a little bit, and let that come up to your camera, because watch what happens. I'm going to try to center it, because the camera is centering on it, so I'll just do whatever the camera centers on for the imagery. Look. See, some of the stuff you're pointing at now, I'm not catching, like the thing with the wings and stuff like that. That you're getting it like this. You're kind of straight on right now, looking at it like this. So I want to watch out for shadow imagery. You don't need the shadow imagery really because there's so much of this other imagery. Like watch, see when I'm flat on here and all the stuff that you're pointing at right now on the left of my screen. Let's see, you are right here on this video right now. You were just right there. I'm watching the video to the left, so I'm going to bring you in on it. All right, this is where you are right now. You're straight on it here, right? but you're this way. Actually, you have it this way. So what I'll say is, as you've seen in my other videos, you're straight on, and I'm going to turn it, and we're going to get a bunch of different images that way. And that's the body, the full body of that female that I was telling you about. Now watch what happens to her. Watch. So you're seeing it like that. It's kind of shadowy. I'll call it shadowy, right? But when I start going like this, watch what happens to her. She gets much, much more clear. Now, if I wanted to come into her face, right? Now, she comes in a lot of different ways. I'm going to try to get her in her more feminine looks. Hold on. Kind of beastie looking there. Yeah, very beastie looking there. Here she comes, feminine. I'll show you the gold chain one. I'll show you that one right now. Hold on a minute. Let me finish her. Because you're talking about the gold chain to the left of me right now and the other thing. Okay, so she starts turning feminine at this angle. You'll see two different sets of titties on her, and her face is right here. So when you start bringing it close, because it's on paper, on the computer, you can do something similar to this. But now every little turn is going to bring a different version of her in to me. Her face looks prettier in some different ways. In some ways, her titties change in a different way. Like right here, she goes from the cone titties to the more flat chested. And her titties, you can see the images because you and I see all this stuff. You can see her titties are two different images, you know. I mean, just more image within image within image. But now, watch what I'm going to do to come into her face. There's her whole body. You got her holding her tail or her leg being up and holding it, depending on which way you turn it. Then, when I want to come in on her face, I'm not going to go like this to bring the face up there because that's her face right there. Look at her, look at all the imagery in there. It gets all fucked up. So you can't see how pretty she might be or her hair. But if you keep it on this angle like this, in other words, what you're doing is you're putting yourself on the Antarctic. You're putting yourself right at the Antarctic, within a couple 100 miles of it, looking up at the moon at this angle. That's what you're doing. So pull it right up to you like this. See how I'm bending the paper to get her up? And then I can see her face better. I can do this better even with red light and stuff like that too. And I can get her face more cleanly, and also her hair, because all that area up there works out to be a hair in one direction, kind of a helmet thing in another direction, that kind of thing. So you can play around with her and look at her in a lot of different ways too. But again, that's my advice. You're more like this, and every little turn like this is going to allow you more and more imagery because you're still looking at it all flat, straight on. So some of the imagery that you're pointing at right now is the shadow imagery. Right now you're pointing at, come back here to find it. Right now you're pointing at, and you've got a reverse moon, so I'll have to get the other moon. Hold on a minute. You've got the forward moon. I mean, I've got a reverse one here. Right now, you're pointing at this one right here. This is the dude. This is the dude, but you're not seeing it because you're flat on. So watch, I'll start bringing him in for you. He's right here, the black dude I was telling you about with the gold chain. The gold chain's right here. The face is right here. I'm going to do it on the forward one. Now, again, looks confusing right now because we're straight on, so you're seeing this face here. This is the one that you were just looking at. It used to be called the seashell on the moon, but now I know better. But watch what's going to happen when I start tilting this. Again, I'm going like this. And watch that guy. Watch that black dude. Yeah, the baby in the womb. I would get that too out of the shadow image. The shadow image, I do get the baby in the womb type thing. Or E.T. You might have heard me say in other videos and stuff like that. But now watch when you go like this. When you tilt it sideways. Watch. Watch him now. Now, see over here, still looks like E.T. You got the neck, but watch when you start going this way with him. fuck is he? Come on. Maybe because of the camera light. Alright, so if I do this, I have a better chance. Let me put this there. Put this up here. And then I got the sunlight coming in the window. It's right in here somewhere. See, when you were saying, Rick, that you were watching my other videos, I've got this guy a few times really good. And I guess I got time. I could pause it and redo it. So you got that one there with the skinnier neck. He still stays a black dude. He was a black dude with a beard and a skinny neck at that angle. But I'm not. It's not the one I'm going for. Here he comes. Here he comes. His barrel chest. Barrel chest. I'll go turn the light on and do this for you really good. Yeah, so you're still straight on with it. But yeah, you're getting a lot of detail still. Even straight on, you're getting more detail probably than I do when you're looking straight on. But if you could bring it right up here to this, close to the camera, and you can also do this. This is straight on. I'm doing this straight on. But what I'm saying is, what you'll do is, this is the more fragmented, smaller details of everything that you're going to get. So those are, this image here that we're looking at right here, where I knows my, I mean, look at the fucking detail in all these images too, by the way. I really want to get this guy in good for you. Somewhere around, right there. He's coming, he's coming. Right up. Come on. Turn this down here so there's not so much light coming into the camera. So yeah, I'll say this: lay it down sideways as you're doing this, Rick. And go back and forth this way. Another way to do this is that, I guess, if you lay it on the table and you take your camera and lay it at the edge of the table so that you can go in, and this way you can also pull it past the table in order to look at a lot of this. Watch how much more clear the imagery becomes when you're at this angle. This is, again, something that I explain in a lot of my videos because I think it's important for anybody that comes to these things to know how to do this, because if you're looking at it like this, it's so collaged. You know what I mean? There's so much collage. Here's another big feminine figure that I've also traced out, I think under the Sylvian Brother Sanchez. But again, it's so many faces within it, thousands of images within this one image, so it's kind of difficult. But when you come at the angle, you're going to get the full images. You'll start seeing some of the full images. And every little turn is going to make a difference. But look how much I'm going like this. Look where I am. I'm like this. Right? And look how much more clear the imagery gets when you do that. So I can take my phone, I can come in and out. I'm able to come right up to the edge and bend it over the desk like this in order to get some of these images and come in closer over here. That's what that allows you to do. Yeah, so you got it, man. You got it. And you right now you're going on your channel and giving it back to me for being a dick, and that's fine. I'll go back and listen to it after this. I was just I'll listen to what you're telling me so that I can respond. See, I come up a little bit. Go back and forth. Look at them all. Image within image within image. And see how much more clear they are? and coming across, cropping. See how I'm cropping as I go? And then when I turn this, same thing. Let me go back to that dude now that I can do this. Yeah. Let's do him again. Because the gold chain comes in really good and allows me to call it wearing apparel. Like right at this angle, that's too much of another face. I know where the chain ends up being. You sound like a really nice guy, Rick. I'm glad you were talking to me in this video. This makes it more real for me. And especially seeing now that you're going to have to take over the channel and go forward because evidently you're the only other one that's able to see this or able to admit that you're seeing it. Okay, so I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to play Rick's whole video because he's so fucking good and he's going to have his say. He's going to have his say. Right now, he's kind of telling me back, you know, in a nice way, nicer than I am anyway, why I'm an asshole and why I'm wrong about everything he said. So I think we're going to have to do that. So I'm going to shut this down. I just wanted to show him this and then I'm going to go play his entire video and share it that way on my channel. So it'll be on his channel and it'll be on my channel as well. But again, with the moon, yes, go ahead, hold it forward, you know, bring it in and out and everything and get the fine details. Still use the camera as a viewing device for now. It looks like you're looking past the camera. And don't forget you can get a lot more out of it by changing this angle. Lights and shadows, man. It's all lights and shadows. So, I mean, I'm fucking in love with you now, Rick. I mean, this is it, man. I was, oh, man. All right, I'm gonna start a new video. I'm gonna put this on play. I'm gonna turn up my volume so we can hear Rick talk, and we're gonna hear his side of the story. And I believe him now. I believe he's a real person now. And I'm only fucking 3.5 minutes into even listening and looking at what he was looking at. But I'm sure in the background as I'm making this video, I'm listening to him talk. And he's a real person. And I'm loving this. So let's do this. I'm going to, just so this don't end up being a 50-minute video, I'm going to stop it. And then we're going to record and watch Rick's entire video and listen to him. And I'll be back with myself later.